We are live. We are live. Welcome to College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football. And I mean everything in college football because we love everything in college football, including the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. By the way, isn't this game usually played at night? I'm all confused. The Guaranteed Rate Bowl is always played late at night. Anyways, I am confused. You know your host is usually confused. Welcome on in to College Football's Peek Around the Corner. Get ready for some watch party. And we're also going to be doing, we're going to be talking about a couple stories that kind of lingered throughout the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And we're going to talk about the Ross Dellinger's article on what could change in the college football playoffs. So this is going to be a watch party. It's also going to be a little bit of a regular live show. We're going to do a little bit of everything. Welcome on into the studio that sits on the corner of Keith Jackson Parkway and Kurt Gowdy Avenue. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to become a legend in the chat room and with your phone calls later in the show. Kansas State Wildcats. Kansas State versus Rutgers. The most important bowl game I don't know, is it? Technically, it might be the most important bowl game thus far in the bowl season. I guess there's going to be an argument. Pittsburgh-Toledo going on right now. The game above Sports Bowl, it's being called. It's tied at 30-30. I guess I gotta change the monitor to ESPN2 because Rutgers and Kansas State are in ESPN2. This game might be going into overtime. It's tied 30-30. Pittsburgh and Toledo, as you see. The chalkboard is the scoreboard. Today, Kansas State versus Rutgers. Patrick Baylor Bear. Let's go Kansas State. A Baylor Bear fan rooting for a Wildcat. Holy smokes. Anthony Carlson, go green. Ryan Brooks, hello PATC, and go Tigers. Go Tigers. Nick Kelso's in the house. Woo Pig Suey. Bill G, go Big 12. Ooh, looks like there's going to be some Big 12 support for the evil Kansas State Wildcats. Nick Kelso, the little general, I just made dinner for the little general. Just made her dinner. And we were able to start this program pretty much on time. Florida Man is in the house. I have no dog in this fight. Just want a good game. Check it out is in the house. Expedition Greg. Go Buckeyes. Expedition Greg and the Buckeye fans are getting ready for that clash against the Oregon Ducks. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Smash that like button if you enjoyed our content today. Smash the thumbs down button if you think I'm doing a lousy job. And if you want to donate to this college football rebel outpost, just hit the $sign where you make a comment and I'll get to your super chat as quick as I possibly can. Please give me a moment here. Please give me a moment. I'm already scrambling. We're trying to get the Rutgers game on here. ESPN2. It's on ESPN2. ESPN2. Kamanungai and DJ Giddens. Are they playing today? Rutgers, the Greek Rifle, incomplete pass, 3rd and 6. Presente Maestro Gregorio, thank you, Maria Hernandez Garcia Rojas Flugar, the one who rules with an iron fist. Go deep! The Greek rifle is way off the mark. Rutgers is going to have to punt it. Schiano is going to have to punt it, going to have to get the ball to Kansas State. Rutgers goes 3 and out. Rutgers goes 3 and out. Thank you for coming on in, Maria. Maria is a very, very busy moderator. Very busy. Working skeleton crew at the hospital. And my wife is working every single day, helping, taking care of people. Thank you, honey. Appreciate all that you do. And, of course, you take care of us at home. Maria Hernandez Garcia Flugar. I don't know what just happened. It was a punt and a quick takedown. First and 10, Kansas State. Who thinks Rutgers will lose? All right. If you think Kansas State will win, press yes. If you think Rutgers will win, press no. There is your poll. Yes for Kansas State, no for Rutgers. Dylan Edwards is playing. Number 3, Dylan Edwards. I thought he would have a bigger year this year for Kansas State. I gotta be honest. Pittsburgh with the big play, trying to set up for that game-winning field goal. Tyreen Powell, little nicked up. Now, this guy's a very good linebacker, and he was injured at the beginning of the season, and now he's nicked up again, and you can tell how upset he is. Fighting the injury bug, Mr. Powell, a very good linebacker for Rutgers. First and 10, Kansas State. A.V. Johnson back to pass, dumps it out to the tight end, got a couple yards. Again, this is going to be a part watch party, part regular live show. I've got some stuff I want to talk about as we do. So if we don't focus entirely on the game and you don't like it, let me know. Let me know in the chat room. Give me a thumbs down. Smash the thumbs up or the thumbs down button. I would appreciate it. Handoff. Got shut down. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Wildcats. 3rd and long. It's been a very good portal season for the Gophers. I can tell you, better than expectations, better than the Gopher beat writers who it's just better than anybody expected. Now, again, the final results of next year is the proof of whatever you do right now. So, if none of them come, if there is no positivity coming out of the players, out of the portal, then it was not a good portal season for the Gophers. That is a first down for Kansas State. First down for the Wildcats. Holy smokes. A.V. Johnson gets it through. Thank you, Charlie Atwood. I appreciate it. Thank you, Larry the Jam. Larry the Jam is getting ready. Arizona State, Texas. I believe that game is on January 1st. Dylan Edwards! Edwards! Down! A big run. I think he's down at the 10. Dylan Edwards flying out of the gate. That is a jet sweep, baby. A jet sweep. Got around the corner all the way down to the 10-yard line. Again, I was saying, Larry the GM getting ready for that game against Arizona State. Getting ready to go against Cam Scatabo, scataboo. I can't wait for that game. January 1st, I think it is. I love that play, but Avery Johnson just a little bit off. It was not first and goal. Kansas State can still make a first down before they get into the end zone. So this is going to be a second down and 10. Just out of the hands of the tight end. Avery Johnson, great promising quarterback, but he misses just a little bit too many of those type of throws. I expect big things out of Avery Johnson next year. A high snap, but he gets it incomplete. Third down and 10. Third down and 10 again. Texas, Arizona State. I believe December 31st game, Tuesday night, is Penn State in Boise State. I believe that's the Friday night game. Then the Wednesday game, 3 games Wednesday. 3 games on Wednesday. Arizona State, Texas, Ohio State and Oregon, and of course Georgia and Notre Dame. Incomplete again, just a little bit off. If the throw is there, Edwards can turn the corner and score. Kansas State's got to go for a field goal. Kansas State has got to go for a field goal. Thank you all for joining us. I do appreciate it. We're going to go through a Taytown Hawk Horde clock management at the end of the Toledo game. Going to give Pitt a chance at a Hail Mary instead of punting. Thank you for the update. We squeeze that in. Field goal is good. The Wildcats take a 3-0 lead. That game is going in overtime. Toledo, Pittsburgh. Man, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh started out, 7-0, 6-0? Let's take a look. Look at this Pittsburgh season. Let's take a look. The Panthers beat the winless Kent State 55-24. And then they win that crazy game on the road against Cincinnati. They win another crazy game against West Virginia. The backyard brawl. Right? They came back. They were down 10. And they came, 5 minutes ago, if I remember correctly? Youngstown State, North Carolina. A win against California. A big win against Syracuse. Remember that game? We did the watch party of that game. Pick six. And then they lost to SMU, Virginia, Clemson, Louisville, Boston College. The Pittsburgh Panthers finished the season 5 straight losses. Holy smokes. And now it's 30-30 in a bowl game. You know they would like to win this game. You know Pittsburgh would like to win this game. That is the season the Panthers had. Feast, and then it went to famine. Feast, then to famine. My goodness. Mick Stevens, go Frogs. The win over Syracuse looks pretty good now. Yeah, Pitt's pick six. I think they had 3 of them. They had at least 2 of them. They had a bunch of interceptions. A pair of Badgers are heading to Illinois. Absolutely. There has been a lot of movement in the portal. I've tried to keep up. I've done the best I could keeping up. Lots of movement. The Pitt Ride of Despair should be a roller coaster at Six Flags. Pitt, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Larry, the GM. I woke up feeling the cheesiest burger, Greg. Okay, all right. Okay, you know what? Let's see here. How should we do this? By the way, we're going to end this poll. 64% says Kansas State's going to win. So the PATC geniuses, the PATC family members who believe they are geniuses, have picked the Kansas State Wildcats to win the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Super geniuses. I'm not going to call you guys super geniuses. Not yet. Not yet. You guys went against the Greek Rifle. You went against Athen Kaliakmanis, the Greek Rifle. I don't know how wise that was. I do not know how wise. Rutgers, 1st and 10 at the 25, down 3. The most important Guaranteed Rate Bowl in the history of Guaranteed Rate Bowls. And of course, I am making that up. 1st down, Rutgers. Manis to Strong. That is the Kirk Shiraka. That is the Kirk Shiraka playbook. The offensive coordinator, RPO. Run it, run it, run it. Linebackers pinch up, hit the slant pass. But the quarterback has to read it. The Greek Rifle has to read it. There it is. See that? See that? See that? And then the Greek Rifle read the lineman crashing down in that running play, and then Kaliakmanis kept the ball. Basically, the quarterback is the orchestra conductor. Under a Kirk Shiraka offense, which was PJ Fleck's offensive coordinator for many, many, many years. The problem is that Athen Kaliakmanis does not process very quickly. A good, talented arm, but he's missing. There's gaps in his game, and it doesn't quite fit the offense. But he is the best quarterback Rutgers has, no question about it. Incomplete, stripped away, 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Patrick Baylor-Bear is going to be at the Baylor LSU game. Holy smokes. You're going to have a lot of fun, Patrick. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Boy, we're going to have to spend time here in the offseason talking about Mr. Robertson. Sawyer Robertson, the quarterback of Baylor. We're going to have to focus in on that story. He coming out of nowhere, becoming QB1. I thought it was going to be Daquan Finn, the transfer from this Toledo squad, but no. No, somebody else took over control of Baylor, and they had a pretty good, really good season. So we're going to have to talk about that in the offseason. We're going to have to discuss it. Patrick, Baylor, Bear. It's 1st and 10. Rutgers got a 1st down. I wasn't paying attention. I was not paying attention. 5 more games tomorrow. The Greek Rifle kept it. He got 8 yards. The Greek Rifle is running. He's running. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Yeah, so during this watch party, we're gonna talk about this article. Not right now. College football playoff format changes. What's potentially on the table and how and when things could happen after a messy opening weekend. Everybody has their own ideas how to fix the playoff. Here's what actually is being considered. Ross Dellinger, 1st down Rutgers. 1st down Rutgers as they move the ball. Oh, and we will also be playing, as we always do, the next live show. We're going to be playing the latest PATC rendition. If you did not listen to it, shame on you. Shame on you. And if you listen to it, you're going to have to listen to it again or hit the mute button or leave the room. The Greek rifle! He misses by 15 yards. Second down and 10. Second down and 10. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Bradley Cooper, pretty much my twin brother, Bradley Cooper, his song, we sang, we had a PATC rendition talking about ESPN and all that stuff. So if you missed it, it was episode 417. Shame on you. And we're going to play it during this live show as punishment for all of you. This is the coal in your Christmas sock. Okay, here we go. Second and 10. Greek rifle. He's going to keep it. He's going to keep it. It looks like he got first down. It looks like that's another first down. Okay. Kansas State's going to have to start cheating a little bit here. You're letting the Greek rifle a little bit too much room. You got to keep an eye on him. The Greek rifle is 2 of 6, 25 yards, 26 rushing yards. Pittsburgh, Duggar with the touchdown. Toledo's going to have to match it. Pittsburgh trying to stop their 5-game losing streak. Okay. Kansas State's going to have to switch something up here. You got to do an I Spy or something. Kaliakmanis has got too much room. First and goal, Rutgers. My goodness. Syracuse versus Washington State tomorrow night. USC versus Texas A&M in the Las Vegas Bowl. I don't know who USC is going to have on the field. They lost almost all their receivers. Sack. That time they got to Kaliakmanis. Arkansas, Texas Tech in the Liberty Bowl. Yeah, again, I don't know who USC is going to have out there. They lost Deuce Robinson. Complete down to the 2-yard line, Rutgers. They lost Branch. They lost their running back. Quentin Joyner. That's a good run by the Toledo running quarterback there. Third and goal. Third and goal, Rutgers. It's been a long drive down the field. Third and goal at the 2-yard line. Touchdown. That is a touchdown. Touchdown! 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 Looks like he got in. Looks like that was a good call. Raymond puts it in. No Kyle Monangai. He's getting ready for the NFL draft. Rutgers and Kansas State do not have their best quarterbacks in the game. Other guys are getting a shot. They're going to review it, but I think he was in Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt in the Birmingham Bowl. Why did the Greek Rifle leave Minnesota? Because PJ Fleck had a talk with them and said they were going to go somewhere different. And Max Brosmere was the quarterback this year for the Golden Gophers. And Brosmere was sensational. And he's going to be drafted. Right now, he's ranked as the 9th quarterback. Going to be probably a third day draft pick. Max Brosmere was the 6th ranked Pro Football Focus quarterback in the country. Great season for the Gophers. That's a touchdown. And then next year is going to be Drake Lindsay time. Minnesota is going to hand it off to a redshirt freshman quarterback next year out of the state of Arkansas. Arkansas Play of the Year in 2023. Gatorade Play of the Year. He redshirted this year. He was Max Brosmere's backup quarterback. And now they're going to give the ball to Drake Lindsay. Now, they did get Zach Pyron, the backup quarterback of Georgia Tech, that we saw run those running plays when they brought out Haynes King. They bring in Zach Pyron. The Gophers got Zach Pyron for the next couple of years. They got him in the portal, gave him some money just in case the true freshman, redshirt freshman next year isn't quite ready. Zach Pyron will compete for the starting job. That's 7-0 Rutgers. The Greek water gun. My dad got his master's from Oklahoma and his PhD from Rutgers. Jay Chapman is pulling for the Knights. Okay, let's get into the story here. Now we got a little bit of a time. College football playoff format changes. What is potentially on the table? How and when things could happen. Ross Dellinger, Yahoo Sports. This was a couple days ago. I haven't been live last couple of days. I was very anxious to get going here. Thursday, December 26th. Rutgers. Toledo, second down. Second down and 10. Rutgers versus Kansas State watch party. Thanks for joining us. 3 years ago, when a small group of college executives choose the college football's 12-team expanded playoff format, they left plenty of other proposals on the cutting room floor. Those included an 8-team format, awarding the 5 highest-ranked conference champions with automatic berth and the next 3 ranked teams at large spots with no first-round buys. There was the simple format of selecting the highest-ranked 8 or highest-ranked 12 teams with 0 automatic bids. That would have never have passed because you needed everybody's votes, right? And finally, officials deeply explored the remaining at 4 teams with an added wrinkle. The selection process would happen after all teams competed in the bowl games. 12 teams or 24 teams or 36. There are always 5 schools outside looking in who are unhappy. We can't solve that, said Bob Bowlesby. I agree. The former Big 12 commissioner, who was on the 4-man expansion committee that created the format. We put a premium on winning a conference championship. I agree with that as a difficult accomplishment. Yes, it is, and one that deserved to be heavily weighted. I agree. In the end, we gravitated to 12 and spend a lot of time on what are the downsides. One round into the inaugural year of the 12-team playoff, the college football world is examining those downsides with format and selection suggestions of their own. Recommendations from pundits on television to casual fans on social media range from a 24-team bracket to a return to the 2-team BCS structure, or the fat guy from Minnesota leaving it the way it is now. Because right now, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. But it sounds like I'm the only one who thinks that. But as the sport lurches toward a group of highly billed quarterfinals next week, only a few possible playoff changes really exist. What are they? What are they? Few of these possible changes exist. Toledo has tied it up. We're going into overtime. Number 2, Pittsburgh, Toledo. Rutgers is up 7-3. Kansas State gets the ball again. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. In this analysis, we try to answer that and provide insight into the governance structure of the college football playoff, the entity overseeing the sports postseason. A reminder, the NCAA has no role in the postseason of major college football. Governance. The college football playoff is an entity created through an agreement among the 10 conferences of football, bowl subdivision, FBS, and Notre Dame. Much like a conference exists out of an agreement among member schools, the CFP exists for its member conferences and binds them together through a television contract, currently with ESPN. The CFP's executive director newly hired, former Air Force General Richard Clark. By the way, Richard Clark, I believe you did a sensational job. First down, Kansas State. Big play. Big play, Kansas State. Serves at the whim of the CFP's 2 11-member governing bodies. The Board of Managers, which is composed of 1 university president from each of the 10 FBS leagues and Notre Dame, and 2, the Management Committee, composed of 10 FBS conference commissioners and Notre Dame's athletic director. Second down and 10, Kansas State gets a couple yards on the ground. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. In the spring, CFP commissioners struck a new 6-year agreement that extends the CFP as an entity through the 2031 playoff. The new agreement begins in 2026. Changes to the format in the last year of the original agreement, next season's playoff requires unanimity. Everybody has got to be for the change. Another first down, Kansas State. Requires among the votes of all 11 members of the board. Changes to the format started in 26, however, are a bit different. As part of the new 6-year television deal, the conferences agreed to cede decision-making powers on the format to the SEC and the Big Ten. At least that's what those 2 leagues claim, but with certain agreed upon guarantees of any future format. Kansas State rumbles down to the 7-yard line of Rutgers. Avery Johnson, 1st and goal. The automatic conclusion of the 5 highest-ranked conference champions and a protection for Notre Dame. And number 3, a field of 12 or 14 teams. Those are the protections. Hold on here. 1st and goal, Kansas State. Got a couple yards down to the 5. 2nd and goal at the 5. The group of 8. If you haven't noticed, the SEC and the Big Ten, from a resource and success standpoint, are distancing themselves from the other conferences in college athletics. Second and goal, Kansas State. Again, if you just join us, we're doing a watch party and a regular live show. I thought he was going to score. It's down to the 3-yard line. Third and goal, Kansas State. The two conferences, Big Ten, SEC, have asserted their will on everyone else with threats that they will exit both the college football playoff and the NCAA framework to start a separate entity. This is not new, and it was something explored in a Yahoo Sports story in the spring, when the two leagues wrestled away both the largest share of a playoff revenue in the new distribution structure and control over the future playoff format decisions. This is why the success in the playoff of a football programs outside those two conferences is so important. Can the ACC, Big 12, and perhaps even the Group of Five make a dent in the perception and maybe reality that the SEC and the Big Ten and Notre Dame too are in another stratosphere? Can they do enough to strengthen their arguments related to opportunities in future playoffs? So far, not so good. The other guys are 0-2. The ACC is out of the field after round one. Its champion, Clemson, lost by 2 touchdowns against the SEC's runner-up, and its runner-up, SMU, got crushed by Big Ten's runner-up. Granted, both were on the road. The next 2 games, pitting the other 8 against the Power 2, unfurl on neutral fields. The Group of Five's best team, Boise State, plays the Big Ten runner-up Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl. And the Big 12 champion, Arizona State, meets the SEC runner-up Texas in the Peach Bowl. Left carrying the banner for college football's other guys. The performance of Boise in Arizona State may impact arguments on future football changes. So these games coming up next Tuesday night. Boise State, Penn State. On Wednesday, Arizona State, Texas. Those games, the results of them may impact arguments on future format changes. Seeding. Speaking of Boise and Arizona State, the two programs were the beneficiaries of a format seeding structure that may be the first item on the chopping block. Despite being ranked number 9 and number 12 by the selection committee, the Broncos and the Sun Devils were seeded number 3 and number 4, as required by format rule designating the 4 highest-ranked conference champions as seeds number 1 through 4 and recipients of a first-round bye. In this year's playoff, the rule has resulted, here we go, Kansas State, 3rd and goal, at the 3, empty, oh, that's an easy touchdown, Avery Johnson, Kansas State takes the lead. For instance, the Buckeyes, ranked 6th by the committee, was seeded number 8 and now meets number 1 seed Oregon in the quarterfinal game. Arizona State, Boise State, better seeds than Texas and Penn State, are giant underdogs. Texas and Penn State were ranked number 3 and 4, but they were seeded 5th and 6th. The conference championship seeding rule and the 12-team format in general was intended for a world that featured 5 somewhat equitable power conferences, not the current landscape of 4 inequitable power leagues. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey acknowledged in an interview with Yahoo Sports 2 weeks ago. The most recent conference realignment strengthened the Big Ten and the SEC as it absorbed previous brands from the Pac-12. Sankey described it as a whole different conference dynamic and suggested the format should be examined. When the college football playoff leaders meet for the annual gathering at the championship game site in Atlanta, now listen to this. When the leaders meet at the championship game, there is likely that there will at least be a discussion on eliminating the rule designating the top 4 seeds in byes for the conference champions. And I would be absolutely against that change. I would be absolutely against it. Winning a conference championship is difficult. There should be a high incentive to it. And again, you're going to bend the knee to Notre Dame once again if you change this rule. Once again, you're going to bend the knee if you change this rule. That as a reminder, it looks like Pittsburgh came a little close, 3rd and goal. But as a reminder, any change for next year's playoff requires everybody voting, right? Everybody. It's got to be a complete consensus. Would the group of 5 commissioners or those from the ACC and the Big 12, the beneficiaries of the rule this year, likely in the future, vote for such a move? No way. So I don't think that's going to change for 2025. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happen. Multiple automatic qualifiers. Now, this is something that I do see happening and quickly. We talked about this in the September 9th live show when I came on here and said the Big Ten ain't just looking for 3 automatic qualifiers. They are pushing for 4. And then about 6 weeks later, the national articles came out. Multiple automatic qualifiers. Among some league administrators, there is talk of a proposal that grants a single conference multiple automatic qualifiers. In this specific 14-team proposal, the Big Ten and the SEC would receive 4 automatic qualifiers each, presumably determined through conference standings, 2 each for the ACC and the Big 12, 1 for the best of group of 5 champion, and 1 at large intended for Notre Dame if it finishes ranked inside the top 14. With the top 2 seeds receiving a first round bye, Kansas State kicking it off to Rutgers, the Wildcats up 10-7. The Big Ten made a similar proposal during the meetings in the spring, but that proposal featured 1 less automatic qualifier for the SEC and the Big Ten, 3-3-2-2-1-3. But as we reported on a live show September 9th, we gave you the peek that the Big Ten was now pushing for 4. And it's been confirmed multiple times after our live show. We are likely a long way from this becoming reality. Conference title games, the future of which was explored in the Yahoo Sports story, are big-time moneymakers for the power leagues and tethered to their league TV contracts. There could be conference play-in games, however. Conference playoff games. If the 4-4, 2-2, 1-1 model were used this year, the SEC and the Big 12 would have gotten 1 more team each into the field. Alabama and Iowa State would have been in the playoffs. Bama, Roll Tide, and the Cyclones would have made the playoffs. Cadillac Manis is going deep. Wide open receiver down to the Kansas State's 15-yard line. Holy smokes. The change to the 4-4-2-2-1+1 model could come with the SEC moving to a 9th league game and then possibly striking a non-conference scheduling agreement with the Big Ten. The concept also limits the malign selection committee's role, leaving them only to rank teams and choose the best of the group of 5 programs. Game sites. Lastly, another discussion point may be the game sites. The success of the 4 on-campus first-round games, each was either sold out or nearly sold out, has for some sparked a conversation. 2nd and 8 for Rutgers at the 13-yard line of Kansas State. The Greek rifle back to pass, incomplete. Should the quarterfinals and even semifinals be held on campus as well? The New Year's 6 bowl games host the quarterfinals and semifinals in a rotation. However, now get a load of this. However, back to pass, 3rd and 8, incomplete. Rutgers going to have to kick the field goal. However, the CFP's contracts with the 6 bowl games beyond 2025 are not yet executed. Multiple sources confirmed to Yahoo Sports. While there is an agreement for the bowls to operate within the playoff structure, the deals have not yet been finalized. Something that was expected to happen by the spring. We are going to circle back on that. We are definitely going to circle back on that. And finally in the article, however, evicting the bowls from the playoff rotation is not so simple. College leaders are faced with a delicate balance. There's history and tradition to preserve, rightfully so. Bowl games, one of the hallmarks of the industry, have for years provided college football with a platform to showcase their teams. So that was Ross Dellinger's. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Ross Dellinger's article from a couple days ago. I would expect Toledo and Pittsburgh is going to fourth overtime. To the fourth overtime. I would expect there is going to be, as we said on September 9th, there's going to be a big push from the Big Ten. We'll see if the SEC acquiesces to the 4-4-2-2-1-1 playoff 14-team model. The most interesting part of that article for me is the playoff committee has not signed up for the 6 major bowl games, the 6 biggest ones, to keep handling the quarterfinals and semifinals. It's probably going to happen, but has not been signed off on. So until it is, there's a possibility starting in 2026 where we could have games on home campuses in the quarterfinals or even possibly the semifinals. As of right now, and it was already expected to happen months ago, right now, the Peach Bowl and the Rose Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl and the Sugar Bowl, those bowl games are not signed in to do the quarterfinals and the semifinals starting in 2026. I thought amongst a whole bunch of information that Ross Dellinger gave us in that article of a couple of days ago, I thought that was the most interesting, the most eye-popping. Toledo has won the game. Toledo has sacked. Toledo has beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh started the season with 7 straight wins. The Pittsburgh Panthers end the season with 6 straight losses. There is a flag on the field. There is a flag on the field. The game is not over yet. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. What did they call? What did they call? They called holding or pass or... All right. Okay, you can't hold like that. All right. Pittsburgh gets another shot. First down and 10, Kansas State at the 25-yard line. Rutgers 10, Kansas State 10, defensive holding. They had to call it. They had to call it. The groundskeeper turned on the irrigation system. Holy smokes. 2nd and 7, Kansas State. Avery Johnson could not quite get around the corner. 3rd and long for the Wildcats. Pittsburgh trying to tie this game up. PATC watch party, Rutgers, Kansas State, guaranteed rate bowl. Thanks for coming on in. I appreciate it. That was almost picked off. If that was a good thrown ball by Avery Johnson, that would have been picked off. Holy smokes. Yikes. Kansas State's going to have to punt it back to the Greek Rifle and Rutgers. When's the next watch party? I have no idea, Expedition Greg. No idea. I go day by day here. Toledo now won the game. Toledo now won the game. It's over. It's over. It's all over. Pittsburgh loses their last 6 games of the season. My goodness. Representing the MAC, Stephen Vitt is happy. Tayton Hawk thinks he got in. They're going to review it. They're going to review it. Nothing on the ground for Rutgers there. Oh, he's good. That's 2 points. This game is tied. This game is tied. His knees are not down. He put the ball over the line. It's good. Pittsburgh has tied it up.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant.
He got it. Pittsburgh has tied this up. It's going to 5 overtimes. Rutgers with a big run. A big run. Holy smokes. My goodness. First down and 10. Or first down and goal. Excuse me. First down and goal at the 10-yard line. Antoine Raymond, 65-yard run. Wow. 65-yard run. And now they just gave it to Benjamin. He punches it a couple more yards. It's going to be second and goal for Rutgers. They got to give that to touchdown Rutgers. Touchdown Rutgers.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
You got to give that to Pittsburgh. This game is not over. It is not over. That was clear. Why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long? I mean, he was in. Well, he was... Jeez. Okay, it's all tied up. Pittsburgh 44, Toledo 44. A game for the ages. Game above Sports Bowl. I don't know how many overtimes this is. 4, 5, who knows? Rutgers is up 17-10 against the Wildcats. Yeah, we're going to 5. 5 overtimes. 5 overtimes.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, what a pass. What a pass. Bartholomew catches it. Hey, that was a good pass, man. Wow. Hey, Duggar put it right there. Duggar put it right there, man. Those Toledo players are mouthing off. They ran over to the Pittsburgh sideline, mouthing off, and now, if they don't convert this 2-point play, Toledo loses the game. Wow. I don't know what happened to Holstein, Stormy. I mean, he was nicked up for like the whole second half of the season. He was all, but I don't know what his injury was. But that Holstein got beat up this year. Played pretty good. It was his first year as a starting quarterback. He led Pittsburgh to some dramatic victories first half of the season, but he got beat up. They had a lot of design runs for Eli Holstein. All right, we got 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. 17-0 Rutgers. No! Oh, he got it! That's good! 6 overtimes. Going to number 6. Gleason was going to try to run it in, but he was going to get stopped, so he dumps it in the end zone. Gleason with the 2-point conversion. We're going to number 6. We are going to number 6. We got a third down. We got a third down for Kansas State. 6 overtime, broken play. Good job by Gleason. Okay. 3rd and 6. Wide open, first down, Kansas State. 2-point conversion, good. Toledo. Pittsburgh is going to have to do it. They're going to have to convert it, or they're going to lose for like the 3rd or 4th time this game. And run. Newton is so fast. Kansas State Chase Brown once again breaking it. Chase Brown has done that a couple times in the first half. Mr. Edwards gets about 4 yards. Illini Ted is worried about the Illini-Pittsburgh 9 overtime record being in jeopardy. Well, Pittsburgh's going to have to convert it here. Man, there are wide open guys coming out of the backfield for Kansas State. Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Nobody's picking these guys up.
Touchdown!
Rutgers defense absolutely confused. Anybody that's coming out of the backfield. Jet sweeps to Jace Brown, runs to passes to Dylan Edwards. Rutgers is not picking anybody up. That's him. Game over! Toledo has won! For the third time, Toledo has won and they're mouthing off. My goodness. Woo! I got a feeling that Dylan Edwards is going to be used a lot for the remainder of this game for Kansas State. Mac representing Bravo, Toledo. Toledo, the underdog, won. First down and 10. Oh, geez, I don't know how that worked. First down, Rutgers. I don't know how Kaliakmanis got it there. That slant pass game is killing Kansas State. The tight ends are their linebackers. The Wildcats linebackers are getting sucked into that play action, that RPO action. A lot of confusion. Lots of confusion among the two defenses in the Rutgers-Kansas State game. Let's see any reports here that is interesting. The ACC is 0-4 in bowl games. 2 losses to G5 teams, 2 blowout losses to P4 teams. So far, the ACC 0-4 in bowl games, 2 losses to G5, 2 blowout losses to P4. Mr. Candle, once again, victory Toledo, great coach in the MAC conference, Jason Candle. That was a spectacular catch. Spectacular catch in the Rutgers game. My goodness. Okay, now that was guarded well. Okay, 2nd and 10. Kansas State did stop a slant pass there. It looks to be a first down, Rutgers. There is a flag. There is a flag. Mop, Prof. Merry Christmas, PATC Sickles holding on Kansas State. Defenses are struggling here in the first half. Rutgers cannot recognize anything that Kansas State is doing out of the backfield. Guys coming out of the backfield, and Kansas State cannot cover these Rutgers receivers thus far in the first half. First down and 10. 46-yard line. The Greek rifle. Putting it up. Incomplete. Rockin' Rand is in the house. Jamie Bengals girl is in the house. Jared Jones, Mr. Buckeye, is here. Ohio State and Oregon. We're going to have to pick these quarterfinal games. Not today. Not today. I need to break down more tape. I need to break down every single game of every playoff team. Boy, another first down for Rutgers. Ryan Willie, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it, my man. Thank you, Evil Badger. When does Minnesota play in the Mayo Bowl? January 3rd. Holy smokes!
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Wow, there was nobody there. Nobody was there. Holy smokes. That is going to be a Friday, Ryan Willie. Friday, sometime in the afternoon. The beloved Minnesota Golden Gophers versus the evil Virginia Tech Hokies. January 3rd. January 1st is Wednesday. The big 3 playoff games are the first. The Gophers will play a Friday. The Gophers are a big favorite in that game. The Gophers better win that game. That's all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say. 24-17. Rutgers. Kansas State's got to keep scoring because I'm not sure Rutgers can be stopped at this point. I don't know what the over-under is. I don't know. Oh, yeah. That mayo is going to be dumped on the bald head of PJ Fleck. And that mayo is going to go over some expensive sweater or clothing that he has, the expensive tie that he wears, those expensive skinny jeans or skinny pants or whatever, those expensive shoes that PJ Fleck wears, that Mayo is getting all over the expensive clothes that PJ Fleck wears because he's always got to look good because the Gophers are going to beat the Hokies. This is the first time in history of the Minnesota Golden Gophers and Virginia Tech that they're playing each other. The first time ever. So Hokies, I'm warning you. Buckle in, buckle up, and brace for impact. Because the Gophers, if any one of you are paying attention out there, PJ Fleck takes bowl games very seriously. Very seriously. Just check his record with bowl games. He's never lost a bowl game as a Gopher head coach. I think the Gophers have one of the longest streaks in the country. They're going to come in there, Virginia Tech, and they're going to give you everything they got. Everything they got. So buckle up, Hokies. Buckle up. Ryan Willie. Fickle is the captain of the Titanic. Thank you, Ryan Willie, for the super chat. I do hear some Badgers, though. They're getting a little bit optimistic. Right? They like some of the guys they're getting in the portal. Will Pauline committed to Notre Dame. That's interesting. I did not think Will Pauline was going to get that. I knew there was going to be interest with him because great athlete, gets great separation, not the best hands. Maybe Notre Dame thinks they can help him with that. He's got one more year of eligibility, one more year to help his stock. I'm surprised he's going to Notre Dame, but we'll see what happens. Thank you, Ryan Willie. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate it very, very much. 51.5 over under. Well, it's going over. It's going over. No question about it. Now, the mariachi music is possible. For the first time in a long time, it is possible. Although we played it last time because... Wide open! Oh! Avery Johnson missed Dylan Edwards. Rutgers cannot cover Dylan Edwards. Keep going to Dylan Edwards, Kansas State. Chris Kleeman. Keep going to him, my man. Keep going to him. Rutgers cannot slow him up. 2nd and 10. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Arkansas playing tomorrow at 6. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The Hogs, Red Raiders. Should be a good one. I think Vegas has it close to a pick 'em. First down. Big play for Kansas State. Big play. They can't cover Chase Brown either. Brown is too fast. Edwards is too fast. Wide open in the middle. That Rutgers zone, that was horrific. Absolutely horrific. 1st and 10, Kansas State. First down, Kansas State. First down, Kansas State. Three minutes to go in the half. Kansas State looking to tie this game up, and I think they're going to be able to do it. I don't think Rutgers can stop them on this drive. Greg the Gold is predicting a touchdown for the Wildcats on this drive. Book it in. Lock it in. Lock it in. The Wildcats are tying this game up on this drive. Greg the Gold has spoken. I don't feel good when, I really don't feel good about interjecting myself into these games. I feel like I'm single-handedly affecting what is going to happen on the field with my predictions. What I did to the Kansas State Wildcats was uncalled for. Absolutely. Completely unethical on my part. Moen Vision is making money off of my because I am a moron. I am going to be investigated pretty soon here by the FBI, by the SEC, by whoever, by the Gaming Commission, because everybody's waiting for what I'm going to say, and then they go the opposite, and Vegas loses their shirt. If the FBI breaks in here during a live stream and I'm handcuffed and I'm taken away as you guys watch it all, it's because of this, what just happened. Moen Vision, thanks for the prop bet plugs. Keep it coming. Thank you, Moen Vision. Thank you for giving more evidence to the FBI, to the Gaming Commission. I appreciate the super chat. That should help me bail myself out of prison. I'm innocent. I'm absolutely innocent of any illegal activities. The problem is I'm a moron. That is the problem, and people have caught on and they've taken advantage against Vegas. Sankey already has your phone tapped. I have faith in Greg the Cold. If Stallions can stay out of jail, you certainly can, Greg. Thank you, Mo and Vision. Thank you so much for the super chat, for your generosity once again. Hold on one second here. I'm going to, I got to check an email. Could be interesting. Third and 7, Rutgers. The Oregon Ducks will not allow the fat guy from Minnesota anywhere close to the Duck sidelines. In fact, I would presume if I try to get on the sidelines, if there is any Duck fans at the game at Pasadena, any Duck fans that know me through PATC, they'll probably run on the field and tackle me before I can touch the sleeve of a Ted Johnson, of a Dylan Gabriel. I would be tackled, taken out on a stretcher. First down and 10, Rutgers. They're going to try to put up some points here. They got a big second down open receiver. First down run, second down again for Rutgers. Keep chopping, Mr. Rutgers. Gotta love Narduzzi and what he's done to Pitt. They won 7 in a row, and then they lost 6 in a row. Holy smokes. Cadillac Manis gets brought down. It's third down. Third down. Don't worry, Greg. I have plenty of disguises you can use. Antoine Raymond, already 104 yards for Rutgers today. 104 for Antoine Raymond. The Guaranteed Rate Bowl. The turf is always a problem because it's a baseball field and they put new turf down for this football game. It is horrendous. In fact, I am predicting that when the Big Ten redo their bowl tie-ins for 2026 and beyond, that the Guaranteed Rate Bowl in this baseball field, I bet it does not get picked up by the Big Ten. It's just too much, too many injuries, too much slippage. Rutgers probably going to have to try to kick a field goal here, right? Lining up for a field goal, trying to take a 10-point lead with a minute and 10 to go in the first half. Kansas State's going to have plenty of time. 2 timeouts. Looks like that field goal is good. The Wildcats have got plenty of time to get points here up on the board. (27-17) at halftime. I'm going to be taking about a 15-20 minute break. I'll be back. Join us for the second half of Rutgers, Kansas State. I will be opening up the phone lines during the second half. So if you want to call, you can call in during the second half. We're treating this watch party a little bit differently than other watch parties. We've been through the Ross Dellinger's article of Yahoo Sports, an article that came out a couple days ago. Ross Dellinger talking about the potential changes in the college football playoffs. I think 2 of them stand out among all the other possible changes. One is the seeding of the teams, and number 2, the automatic qualifiers, more than one for conferences in the power conferences, probably to a 4-4-2-2-1 alignment or a 3-3-2-2-1 alignment, but whatever, I believe that's going to happen. We went through the Ross Dellinger article. If you missed it, you can go back earlier during this live show and watch it at a later time. Second half, we're going to have the lines are open up. You can talk about anything in college football that you desire. So we're going to be doing that in the second half. A minute to go, and I'll be interrupting the phone calls if there's some big plays going on in the game. 27-17, Rutgers. Thank you for joining us. Guaranteed Rate Bowl. If you're new to the channel or if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe. Smash the like button if you like our content. Thank you so very much. Avery Johnson, there is a big rush, and he gets sacked. Second down. Second down. It's going to be third down. Third down for the Kansas State Wildcats. We have a tornado watch. There's going to be some bad weather in Louisiana, parts of Louisiana and Texas tonight. Avery Johnson rolling out. Nothing there. Fourth down, and that first half is over. The first half is over. (27-17). Thank you for joining us in the first half. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks, guys. My one and only question about the NFL football season is in what manner, shape, and form does the Minnesota Vikings break the heart of the Vikings fans again? I cannot think of a more successful pro franchise in any sport than the Minnesota Vikings. That franchise has not won their world championship. I can't think of any other team in any other pro sports. The Vikings have been in 4 Super Bowls. They've been the last 6 NFC championship games they've lost. They've won 1,000 division titles. They can't win the bleeping Super Bowl. So it just, the only question is how, when does the heartbreak come? It's not if it's going to come. It's not if it, there is no, Vikings are going to win the Super Bowl this year. It's how does the Vikings' heart get broken once again? I've told the story over and over again on this YouTube channel. The very first time my heart got broken was when my mother sat me down at the corner of my bed after the Vikings won the NFC Championship game, and my mother sat there with me and she said, "Greg, the Minnesota Vikings are going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl because Terry Bradshaw is the quarterback. He's not very smart. He's not very good." Now, of course, that was before Pittsburgh had won any of their Super Bowls. This was going into after the Vikings lost 2 Super Bowls. One, of course, to the Kansas City Chiefs, then to the Miami Dolphins. This was the Vikings' best team. They went against Pittsburgh, and they got beat 16-6. And Bradshaw wasn't very good, but it didn't matter because the Steel Curtain was even better than the Purple People Eaters. So my heart gets broken. It's just, when is it going to happen? That's the only question. That's all I'm waiting for. 2nd and 10, Kansas State. Oh, Dylan Edwards gets crushed. 3rd and 10. Thank you all for joining us. Second half, watch party. Rutgers, Kansas State. The most important guaranteed rate bowl game in the history of history. Of course, I'm making that up. 27-17. I guess the Vikings do have Avery Johnson rolling out. He's going to run for it. First down. There's a flag on the field. Either probably holding on Rutgers or illegal man downfield for Kansas. No, because they ran the ball. Holding on Kansas State. Okay. The Vikings do claim a championship, and it's legit. It's the NFL championship. Before there was a Super Bowl, the Vikings beat the Cleveland Browns back in 66, 67, right before the first Super Bowl, but it's not a Super Bowl. It is not a Super Bowl. 27-17, Rutgers. 3rd and 20 for Kansas State. Good luck to the Packers. Green Bay against Minnesota. at Minnesota this weekend. Yep. Jamie, that trade was horrendous. Absolutely ridiculous. Made the Jimmy Johnson era of Dallas Cowboys. It made it all happen for them. Third and 20. Okay, we're going to open up the phone lines. You can call in, not call in. If you do call in, you can talk anything in college football that you desire. I may have to break in with the big play. I might have to scream as you're talking. But go ahead and give us a call. Give us a call here. College football's peek around the corner. 763-260-1333, 763-260-1333. The MAC conference is playing again later tonight. Bowling Green. The MAC is having some success. Kansas State's going to have to punt it. The MAC conference is having some bowl success this year. Bridgewater out of retirement. Teddy Bridgewater coaches a high school team to the state championship, and now he's coming on in as an emergency replacement, if they need it, the Detroit Lions. Teddy Bridgewater. First down and 10, Rutgers, 27-17. Now the phone lines are open. I do apologize. 763-260-1333, 763-260-1333. If anyone wants to give us a call, talk about anything college football, second and 8, Rutgers. Right through the hands, incomplete. Third and 8. Big story of this bowl game is Antoine Raymond, 9 carries for 106, 2 touchdowns for the running back of Rutgers. 9 carries, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Greek Rifle is 8 of 19. But the running game of Rutgers carrying the load, third and 8. 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. First down, Rutgers. Passed over the middle. First down, Rutgers. Keep chopping is liking what he is seeing. Freshmen flying all over the place for Rutgers. First and 10. The Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Handoff. More yardage for the running game. The running game of Rutgers. Raymond. Again. Raymond is a bona fide stud. The refs are letting the players play. Keep chopping, said Kansas State has about 15 PIs. This is getting out of hand. The alternative hypothesis. Big surprise. I thought it would be a close game with a slight edge to Kansas State's favor. 3rd and short, about 3rd and 2. Kyle Manungai barking out encouragement to his players. The great running back, Kyle Manungai, we're going to be watching him in the NFL. He's going to get a good contract in the NFL. 3rd and 2. Wide open. Kirk Shiraka, the great offensive coordinator of Rutgers, is dialing it up. And I call him a great offensive coordinator because he's had great success at places that aren't not going to get you the 4 and 5 star recruitments. Kirk Shiraka has a whole lot of respect in college football. Rutgers' offense is no longer bad. Not with Kirk Shiraka. He squeezes the juice out of what he's got. 1st and 10, 29-yard line. Got the edge again. Benjamin. There's a flag, probably holding. They'll probably call it back. Nope. Another penalty to Kansas State. Rock and Rant throwing an elbow at Shiano. Holy smokes. Rock and Rant will not let anybody stand. He's going to come in here. Keep Chopping is getting excited. Trying to have a 3-score lead. 27-17, Rutgers is knocking on the door. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. The Greek rifle back to pass. And he just airs it out of bounds. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Third and goal, batted down. Stephen Vitt, I should take notes. My Bobcats open the 2025 season at Piscataway, New Jersey. You should be taking notes. Stephen Vitt. Oh boy, that's going to work. Touchdown, Rutgers.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
The mariachi music is not going to get played. Not right now. Not right now. Kansas State's got to get back into this. Got to get back into this. Has Buffalo ever won a Super Bowl? No. They're 0-4 along with the Vikes. They just don't have the long succession of, I mean, look at the Buffalo Bills winning percentage against the Vikings. The Vikings have won 1 million division titles. Buffalo's done, they've had their moments. I'm talking like from 1961 to 2024, I cannot think of another franchise in any sport that at the consistent winning but never can win the championship. I mean, the Red Sox for a long time. The Chicago Cubs, they didn't win a whole lot, but then they finally won one. I just, yeah, the Vikings, when they played in cold weather, when they played in the cold weather, they rarely ever lost. But now they don't play in the cold weather anymore. So Buffalo is they're 0-4. They just, they haven't won their division like 1 million times like the Vikings have. Jamie, have you seen some talk about starting the college football season earlier to help with the bowl game, portal issues, guys leaving? Yeah, I mean, people are talking about it. I just don't know how it would work. I mean, you would have to start the season like the first week of August. I don't know. It's so hot in August. It's so hot. I don't know. I just don't think there's any simple solutions. I cannot think of one. Am I picking Boise State? I have not decided yet. I have not let it marinate. I'm thinking. Again, Greg the Gold is 6-1 in bowl games, playoff games, 3-1 in the playoff games. We will have it all figured out within the next couple of days. Greg the Gold will tell you who's going to cover Penn State or Boise State December 31st, Tuesday night. Let's go. Victory, victory, victory. Watching Ashton Genty in the playoffs, it's how it should be. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, Kansas State, you need to get points on the board right now. 34-17. Wildcats have got to get some points right now. Let's go. Let's make this a game. Can Boise State run the football against the Nittany Lions? Well, I know it's challenging. I do know that. Big spread, Greg. Yes, Nitwit. Yep. Penn State finally getting healthy at the right time. Greg the Gold gave me a great prop bet in the second quarter. It was not intentional. It was not intentional. Gaming officials, it was not intentional. 34-17. Kansas State, 2nd and 15. Okay, all right. That's a late hit. That's a late hit.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my...
They didn't call it. 3rd and 14. Johnson! Oh! Miss Dylan Edwards by that much. So, I do have a question to ask. I will ask it in a little bit here. Hold on. The Big Lubbock says Kansas State needs a new quarterback. Well, Avery Johnson is going to be their quarterback for next year. My only question, and I know a lot of Wildcats are asking this, can this 59.1 completion percentage, can that get up to 63-64%? Now 59.1 is not a bad mark. First year starter. Remember that. First year starter. He's not the most, look, Garrett Green of West Virginia, right? The Mountaineer fans would have loved if he could have completed 59.1% of his passes. So 59.1 isn't bad, but again, this is the Achilles heel of Avery Johnson. Can he become more accurate? 408 attempts, 58.6 in his career, 137.7 rate, 136.9 this year. I think Kansas State was expecting a little bit more. Now, again, he ran it for 548, 5.4 yards per rush. He had a pretty decent year, really. Avery Johnson had a pretty decent year. But the question is, can he make the jump? He's got to make the jump, right? As a sophomore, first year starter, he was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. But next year, Kansas State, the expectations in Manhattan, Chris Kleiman, a full year starting behind him, the expectations are that Avery Johnson's going to be a better quarterback. My question to you is, will he be a better quarterback? Can he make the jump? That's my question. Does Rutgers score TD? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Rutgers is going to get shut down, and we're going to have ourselves a ball game. Rutgers, it could be a 3-and-out. It probably will be a 3-and-out, but Rutgers is not going to score a touchdown. Book it. Book it, book it, Book it. Third down and a country mile. Third down and a country mile. Kirk Sherrock, they're just going to dump the ball here. They're not even going to try to make the first down. They don't want to make a turnover. They're not even going to try to make the first down. This is as good as a punt. It's over. The drive is over. Punt that ball. No fake. No fake. That's a dive. 63 did a dive. Throw the flag on 63. So, Greg, if Rutgers goes on to win this game, the ACC and the Big 12 will have a combined for an 0-6 start to the bowl season. While the Big 10 and the SEC both have winning bowl, any issues for you there? Well, I'm sure the Big 12 and the ACC would want to win more bowl games, especially the playoff games. The ACC went 0-2. The Big 12 have an opportunity because the better you do in the playoffs, the better chance you're going to have at improving your distribution rate, right? When the look-in happens in 2028. Right now, the ACC did not have a playoff win, and the Big 12 doesn't have one yet. In terms of bowl games, I don't think it. I mean, there is some bragging rights among the football fans, but when it comes to importance, I don't think there really is any. So I don't think there is like an issue. It's just not a good bowl season thus far. There are so many people out of these bowl games. These teams are still trying to win, though. These teams are trying to win. I saw an article on USC, how many guys they're out. But they're still excited to watch these freshmen play. They've got a bunch of freshmen that they're going to be playing, and they're excited to see how they do. It's a time for some guys to shine. These football programs have scrimmages during the season. A lot, I know the Gophers do. And some of these guys haven't seen the field, but they're going to see it during the bowl game. So, anyways, I'm wondering when it comes to the AQs. Well, I think the Big Ten is going to push it hard. Remember, they are meeting during the championship week. All the commissioners are meeting at that time. So we may have some news, maybe no official news, but some reporting on a couple of possibilities soon after the championship game is over. But I don't think any of those decisions are based upon bowl records. I think, the bowl games have to be considered in a different lane than the playoff records. Iowa State and Miami are battling over the giant Pop-Tart. Arkansas, big game tomorrow. Especially for the quarterback, Mr. Green. Rutgers is representing the Big Ten pretty well tonight. Rutgers has that Big Ten speed. Okay, let's see. All right, Kansas State gets the ball back. Down 17. Big run. Dylan Edwards! Dylan Edwards! He's gone! Touchdown!
Touchdown!
It ain't over. It ain't over.
Touchdown!
Look at that. Look at that. 10-point lead. 10-point lead. Can the Greek rifle respond? Oh, the goal for 2. I screwed up the scoreboard. Well, just leave it until we'll see what happens. No, I did not. I did not take Kansas State, nor did I take Rutgers. I did not take Kansas State. I root for a good game. That's what I do. I root for for most of the games. Now, if I do have a rooting interest I would tell you before the game starts. Like when the Gophers played the Evil Badgers, I had a rooting interest. I'm not sure why they would go for 2 here. I don't understand this. I do not understand this at all. It makes no sense to me. Okay. Big 12 hacking our radio communications? Is that what's going on? Do we have a conspiracy? Is that what the announcers are talking about? What's going on? Dylan Edwards is fast, man. Okay, now for those, let me For those who did not watch, I warned you at the beginning. I warned you at the beginning of this program that I was going to show.
When we say we create personalized hair care products, we mean
Okay. This is episode 417, PATC rendition. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. I released it on Christmas Eve night. Again, if you don't want to listen to some really bad singing, a cappella, hit the mute button or leave the room or leave the channel for a moment. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Here we go. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. It takes a lot to change a man. Hell, it takes a lot to try. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Nobody knows what waits for the dead. Nobody knows what waits for the dead. Some folks just believe in the things they've heard and the things they read. Nobody knows what waits for the dead. I'm glad I can't go back to where I came from. Those days are gone and gone and gone for good. If I could take my spirits from my past and bring them here, you know I would. You know I would. Nobody speaks to God these days. Nobody speaks to God these days. I like to think he's looking down and laughing at our ways. Nobody speaks to God these days. When I was a child, they tried to fool me. Said the worldly man was lost and the hell was real. Well, I've seen hell in Reno, in this world's one big old Catherine wheel, spinning still. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. It takes a lot to change your plans and a train to change your mind. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Or maybe it's time to let the old ways die.
I'm Abby Maxman, President and CEO.
I'm done spending an obscene.
3rd and 8, first down, Kansas State, down to the 13-yard line. Holy smokes. Woo! We're going to play the mariachi music. We are going to play the mariachi music once Kansas State punches this in. Holy smokes. Thinking it, Wit. Appreciate it. First and 10, Kansas State, Rutgers. If Rutgers can hold Kansas State to a field goal, they'll still be up 8. This is big. Athan Kalakmanis with an interception when we were playing that music. There's a flag on the field. It looks like a touchdown. We shall see if there was a pick. Holding Kansas State. Yes. No. Holding on Rutgers. Touchdown.
Touchdown!
Now what are they going to do?
Touchdown!
Do they go for 2 points here? Does Kansas State go for 2 again? They're going for 2 again. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. 34-29. Okay, now Rutgers has got to respond. Rutgers has to respond. You know Kirk Sherrocka has something. Sherrocka's got something loaded up here. Okay, now we can play it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the score that we needed. 34-29. Per the tradition of PATC Watch Party, anytime we have a competitive game in the middle of the third quarter, it comes out. The mariachi. Let's go. Let's go. 9. Rutgers up 5. They were up 17 a few minutes ago. 3rd and 9. The Greek rifle back to pass. Oh, a big rush. Incomplete. Rutgers has got to punt it away. Keep chopping is not happy. Come on, Greek freak. Oh, his foot. He did the splits. The Greek rifle did a splits. Rutgers has to punt it. No first down. Kansas State's going to get good field position. Rutgers defense is going to have to rise up. They cannot let Kansas State hang with another drive to take the lead. Rutgers defense have got to stand up. Rise up right now. Watch Chase Brown. Watch Dylan Edwards. These guys are going to get the rock here. There goes Dylan Edwards. First down. Whoops. That was the mariachi split. Maybe Kansas State will win this. 34-29. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Rutgers defense got to do something. Incomplete. They're asking for the flag. I don't think that pass was particularly close. Not a good throw by Avery Johnson. I mean, it's not there. It's not close. Second and long. Watch Dylan Edwards. Edwards is going to get the rock here. Edwards is going to get the ball. 2nd and 10. Or Chase Brown, but Dylan gets it. Good tackle. Holy smokes. 3rd and long. Hamilton, the big man, brings him down with a thud. 3rd and 8. Oh boy, this is a big play. Rutgers defense. It's about to rise up. They need to stop. They need to stop the bleeding. 3rd and 8 3rd and 8 Kansas State. What's the play call? What is the play call? Avery back to pass. He rolls out. Oh, incomplete. It was knocked away. Rutgers defense gets it done. The Wildcats going to have to punt the ball. Watch the fake, Rutgers. Watch the fake. Chris Kleiman, an old North Dakota State Bison. You got to watch this. Watch the fake. Watch it, Rutgers. Okay, all right. Oh! Oh! Oh, he almost made it! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! What a return! What an unbelievable return! Now it's 1st and 10, Rutgers. Up 5. You got to make this happen. Cadillac Manis hands it off. Raymond gets shut down. Couple yards. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. I cannot believe I'm rooting for those evil Rutgers Scarlet Knights. I love your passion, Greg. Thank you, Caleb, for coming on in, Mr. Buckeye. Appreciate it. 2nd and 8. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. They got to punch this in, Rutgers. A field goal, it's not what you want after that return. Cadillac scrambling for his life. That should end the third quarter. It's going to be 3rd and long for Rutgers. It would be highly disappointing if Rutgers had to kick a field goal after that punt return. My goodness. 34-29. We got one more quarter to go. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. Smash the like button if you've liked our content today. If you want to support this channel through a donation, hit the $sign where you make a comment. I'll get you super chat as quick as I possibly can. Please share word of mouth. Share the video with your family and friends. College football's peek around the corner. We'll be on live sometime tomorrow, depending on if we get any breaking news, if I've got anything to break, or anything else is going on in college football. Maybe we'll do a watch party tomorrow, Friday. We shall see. Keep your head on a swivel. When you subscribe to our channel, make sure you have the notifications turned on, because I cannot promise you a rose garden. In other words, just make sure that when we come on, you get notified. Because sometimes we come on twice a day, or even 3 times a day, depending on what is going on in the college football world. Thank you, Brickbat, for your incredible generosity once again. Brickbat, unbelievable. 5 gifted memberships. Coron Byerly, I believe that is. Benjamin Griffin, John Bennett, Jake Go Blue, Laura Wellborn. Thank you, Brickbat. Appreciate it. Those 5, if you were just given a gifted membership, when you have an opportunity, please say thank you to Brickbat. Brickbat, thank you so very much. All of you are hereby knighted, officially, Cloak and Dagger. Early peak Cloak and Dagger. Get the little bit of more early information on what's going on in college football during our membership-only episodes. Go take a look. Thank you, Brickbat. Appreciate it. Gig 'em in Vegas tomorrow. Aggies, USC not worthy. Wow. Brickbat is taking an elbow to the Trojans. Gig 'em. Vegas Bowl. Texas A&M, the USC Trojans. We might do a watch party. Who knows? Still no ESPN extension with the ACC. Tick-tock. Let's wait until after the college football season is over, and that's going to be the number 1 topic. Now, here at Peek Around the Corner, we still have no reason to believe, nobody has told me that we should expect anything different than a continuation with the contract. If I hear anything different, I'm going to break in here in the studio. We're going to go live, breaking news. But that is going to be the big subject. Subject number 1, right after the championship game is over. I do believe the ACC will probably want to have that time period to itself when they announce whatever they're going to announce. But thank you, and I think it's going to be a new deal, a somewhat changed deal. But we shall see. I have said over and over and over again, wow, Rutgers almost scored on that first down, first and goal at the 1. Holy smokes. I have said, if there isn't a new deal, if the gore runs out in 27, first of all, the college football world landscape is going to explode. Number one. Number two, I'm going to take the L. Because the chatter behind the curtain, I have told you, I believe there's going to be a deal, some sort of marginal difference in the deal. Something is going to get done, but then we're going to have to wait for that crazy scenario that people have been talking about, the dissolution. Who knows? 2025 is going to be a crazy year. So buckle up, brace for impact. But yes, Nitwit, that's going to be the number one story right after the championship game. The final whistle is blown. So buckle up. Buckle up. ESPN needs content. Extension likely. But ESPN Plus doesn't, the ACC network is not ESPN Plus. It's ACC network that needs content. Head is officially on a swivel. You can't spell Greg the Gold without an L. There is an L in there. That is true. Touchdown, Rutgers!
Touchdown!
What a beautiful punt return. A beautiful punt return set up by Rutgers defense making the stop. Right? The Rutgers defense rose up when it had to, and then the punt return team, wow. Kansas State's got another hole they got to dig out of. 40-29, soon to be 41-29. What is going on? What is going on? It is good. Everybody Loves Raymond. That is a great TV show. That is a fantastic, I love that. Me and the Little General, we've watched every season, every episode. Great show. Everybody Loves Raymond. The running back for the Rutgers, he's having a great game. Great game. Duck equals Natty.
Oh my God!
Rick Olson.
Oh my God!
It's all right there for Oregon, right? Number one seed, go against the Buckeyes. Oregon defeated Ohio State early in the season, right? Everybody believes it's going to be a close game. It's going to be what an environment. Rose Bowl. Holy smokes. The Oregon Ducks. The investment they've made in the football program, the fans, that stadium rocking out every year now. This is it for the Duck fans. This is their moment. And now suddenly the Buckeye fans they're rejuvenated. They think they can do it. We're going to be talking about, we're going to be making our picks. Possibly tomorrow, possibly Saturday. We shall see. I've waited. I pumped the brakes. Got to wait till we get a little bit closer. trying to find more injury reports, breaking down the tape. Everyone's asleep at the house. I got the spotlight in the studio. I'm breaking down the tapes. We shall see. Nitwit's still not sold on the little duckies. Ah, you better be sold. You better be sold. Expedition Greg says, this is our moment. This is our moment. Nitwit says the duckies cannot stop the run, folks. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, Kansas State, you're in a hole here. Down 12. Down 12. Rutgers did a fake tush push, scored the touchdown. Great design play by Rutgers. Kirk Shiraka, man. Kurt Shiraka is wheeling and dealing this game. Oh! We almost had another great return. But the guy tripped, and there's a flag. Total yards, Rutgers 384, Kansas State 380. Holy smokes. 41-29. Rutgers has a 12-point lead. Kansas State is getting close to 4-down territory where they're going to have to just go for it. Both defenses have been overmatched. Avery Johnson, designed run, and he gets hammered. Down goes Johnson. Uh-oh. Is he still on the ground? Is he up? He's up. He's up. He's up. He's a little rattled. He got taken down hard. You don't want to get Avery Johnson injured in a bowl game. Not at the end of the season. Not in a designed... Oh, boy, he got hit in that. He's going to have a Charlie horse. He's going to have a deep bruise. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Kansas State needs to make a first down right here. Right here. Keep chopping. Pick 6 time. Minnesota moving and shaking in the portal, Greg. Yes, they are. The Gophers, get ready. Buckle up. But a lot is dependent on the redshirt freshman next year, Drake Lindsey, quarterback. A lot of it is dependent on him. A lot of hype surrounding the young kid for what he did as a true freshman during the scrimmages during the season. And what Max Brosmere has said about him. To the point where Minnesota had to give him a bag of cash to keep him here. So we'll see. He hasn't faced a live bullets. Except for the Rhode Island game against an FCS opponent. He was in there for a little bit. He looked fantastic, but we shall see. Dumping it off. Chase Brown. It's going to be about 3rd and 4 again for Kansas State. 3rd and 4. 11 minutes, 11:33 to go. Kansas State taking their time. Plenty of time left to go in the fourth quarter. They just need to sustain this drive. They need to play here. 3rd and 3. Johnson back to pass. I don't know where that was going. 4th and 3. I'm not sure what happened there. All eyes will be on Avery Johnson next year. He's going to have to get a little bit more accurate. Back to pass, 4th and 3, going to try to run for it. Running out, he's done. Beautiful play. 40, 35, down he goes at the Rutgers 31-yard line. A beautiful play by Avery Johnson. Rutgers almost had Kansas State stopped. Allard's coming back. Could be the number 1 pick in 26. Wow. We shall see about that, Nitwit. I don't know. Number 1 pick. (41-29) Rutgers. Caleb Ramirez, the Wildcats are taking a long time. Well, they score a touchdown here. They stop Rutgers. And then another drive, take their time. They can maybe score with 0 left on the clock. That's what they're trying to do. 3rd and 5. Rick Olsen saying his Ducks, well, they might as well just forfeit. They got no shot, according to other people in the chat room, according to those Buckeyes. Rick Olsen says we shouldn't even show up. Why show up at all? The number 1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks. Avery Johnson, first down. Nine minutes to go. Kansas State taking their time. Taking their time. They're looking at this like it's a 3-drive game. This drive, Rutgers drive, and then their drive again. Kansas State's got to go 2-0 on their drives. It looks like we might be getting a holding call maybe on Kansas State. Holding on the Wildcats, we shall see. Holding on Panzier. First and 20. Two receivers out. They're running the ball wide. Oh, breaking tackles. Wow, 1st and 20, and now it's 2nd and 4. Joe Jackson is just breaking tackles. My goodness, what a run. Keep Chopping says there were 4 holds on that play. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. 2nd and 4. Wow. First and 20 to second and 4. Joe Jackson. Play action. He was covered. That was good coverage. Good coverage. Third and 4. Avery Johnson is 13 of 28. 13 of 28. Cadillac Manis is 12 of 29. While both team offenses are able to move the ball, both these quarterbacks, their accuracy issues once again. Running it. First down, Kansas State. They're just stretching Rutgers out wide. Anytime they need a first down, they stretch Rutgers out wide. First and goal. How you doing, Nathan? Thanks for coming on in. Appreciate it. Thank you, Nathan. Son of Sarah, good bowl games today. Absolutely. I am excited. I am very excited to see John Mateer at Oklahoma. Brent Venables commented about the signing of John Mateer during today's bowl press conference for the Oklahoma Sooners. Brent Venables, the head coach of Oklahoma, says about John Mateer, John's a leader, he's experienced, he's got great arm talent, he's really good, has really good instincts, he'll make us better. Interesting year coming up for Brent Venables and Oklahoma. Johnny Football, the real Johnny Football, John Mateer, quarterback of Oklahoma. What do you guys think? Deshaun Jackson and Delaware State are finalizing an agreement for him to take the head coaching job, per ESPN sources. He did an on-campus interview in recent days, and the sides are expected to come together in the near future. Deshaun Jackson looks to be the new head coach of Delaware State. Per Pete Thamel, ESPN Sports. I would agree, Nathan. Yeah, the offense has got to be designed a little bit differently for John Mateer. First and goal, Kansas State. Johnson, Joe Jackson.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
I'm assuming they're going to go for one, right? I'm assuming there's going to be an extra point here. You're down 6. Get the extra point. We got an injury. The Seahawks, the Seattle Seahawks, 3. The Chicago Bears, 0. 3-0 Seahawks. Seahawks are still trying to stay in the playoff hunt. I think they need to win today for sure. Yeah, they need to win today for sure for Seattle to have a chance. If you look at the standings here, Seattle's 8-7. The Rams are 9-6. Injury on the field. What will Kansas State do? Extra point? The last 2 times they've after touchdown, they've gone for 2-pointers and have failed both times. What will Chris Kleiman decide to do this time? Bowling Green, Arkansas State. Going for 1. The tension is starting to build. Rutgers up 5. 7:03 to go. Here we go. Kansas State kicking off. Now, Rutgers, I can't believe I'm saying this because Rutgers has already scored 41 points. But you might have to score again to win this game. As crazy as it sounds, you might have to score again to win this game. Kansas State took a lot of time off the clock last time they had the ball, but they scored. That's what they wanted to do. If they stop Rutgers here, Kansas State's going to have time to come back and win at the end of the game. Rutgers, you can't go 3-0 here. You cannot go 3-0. Larry Andrick, Mr. Mountaineer, gifted membership, holy smokes. A membership went off to Nerd vs. Moles. When you get an opportunity, please say thank you to Larry for his generosity. Larry, Mr. Mountaineer, thank you so much for your kindness, for your generosity once again. Both Larry and Nerd versus Moles, both of you, once again, are knighted Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger. Thank you so much. We get an opportunity, you can go look at our YouTube channel. Go watch membership only early P Cloak and Dagger episodes. 2nd and 7. Cadillac Manis gets sacked. Kansas State is coming. Kansas State is coming. 3rd and long. Thank you so much, Larry. Appreciate it so very much. Thank you. Here it is. Here it is, guys. Plenty of time for Kansas State. Plenty of time. A lot of confidence at the offensive side of the ball. The Wildcats just need to make a stop. In the Greek Rifle, once again, 3rd and long, he's got to make it happen. He's got to make it happen. Back to pass. And that was wild. That is the Greek Rifle for you. That is the Greek Rifle for you. Just wild. Just wild. Okay, Rutgers defense is going to have to rise up and win this game. Cadillac Manis is 12 of 30. 12 of 30. 12 of 30. 41-36, Rutgers. All right, 40-yard line. Kansas State, 5-minute drive. 5-minute drive and they win this game if they put it in the end zone. Craig, what does your crystal ball tell you? What will be the biggest story in the offseason 2025? Well, I've been talking about it quite a bit. Private equity. Private equity coming in somewhere in the college football world. That is why we open up the holy smokes. Whoops, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. In fact, I don't even know where it is. That one right there. The Holy Smokes Theater. It's why we open it up. We think that's going to be the big story. The Big Lubbock thinks this is it now. Kansas State, they're going to win this game. They're going to win this game. Avery back to pass. Dumps it off wide open. Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson every time, almost every time Kansas State takes somebody out of the backfield and puts them at it, Rutgers has no recognition. They can't stop it. They've got nobody eyeing. They've got nobody eyeing the running backs coming out of the backfield. No idea. No clue. No clue. Dylan Edwards. Look at that. Touchdown. Easy. Easy as can be.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Okay. Look. They scored too early. They scored too early, but you're not going to... You're going to take the touchdown, right? You're going to take the touchdown. Now Kansas State's going to go for 2. This game was 34-17 at one point. 41-29 at one point. But Rutgers defense isn't recognizing anything out there. The offense is going to have to score. Greek Rifle is going to have to make some plays. Can the Greek Rifle make some plays? 2-point conversion, good. Kansas State has taken the lead. (44-41). This game rests on the shoulders of the Greek Rifle. 12 of 30. 12 of 30. Now we've all... Look, the Greek Rifle sometimes he doesn't look like he could throw a rock into the ocean. And then suddenly he'll make that one beautiful play. Strong arm, not accurate. Strong arm. Can he make that one play in this drive to get Rutgers the victory? They're going to need it. 44-41. Nitwit says Rutgers, Rutgers, Rutgers. Keep Chopping says the refs took control. I did not take Kansas State. If people think I did not pick this game at all. I don't even know what the spread was, to be honest with you. I was just rooting for a good game. And we got it, 44-41, Kansas State. All right, Kaliakmanis, let's go. Let's go, Greek Rifle, let's go! The legend is going to grow right now. Right now. The Greek Rifle standing before you all. Down 3, 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. He sees the field. He's got this. He's got it. He's got it. Shotgun. Single back. Back to pass. The rifle shot. First down. Raymond, broken tackle, 2nd and 4. Here comes Rutgers. Third and 6. Third and 6. We need a play. Greek Rifle, we need a play. We need it right now. We need it right now. Caliac Manis. Caliac Manis. Caliac Manis. Shotgun. Shotgun. 3rd and 7. The man, the myth, the legend. Back to pass. He stumbles and falls on his own accord. Again, his brain goes way faster than his body. Again. Again. 4th and 7. Athan Kaliakmanis tackled himself on the field. However, he's got one more shot. He's got one more shot to make it happen. 2 minutes ago, 4th and 7. Now Kaliakmanis is going to rise. He is going to rise. He's going to get it done. Keep chopping. Keep chopping. Greg the Cooler guarantees that Kaliakmanis is going to get this first down and Rutgers is going to drive and score a touchdown. This is Greg the Gold guarantee. You can start celebrating right now. Keep chopping. The Greek Rifle has got it. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Gotta believe. We're going to get this now, Athan Kaliakmanis. We're going to get it. Let's go. This is it. First down. I feel it. 4th and 7. Recognize. Recognition. Execution. Process. Deliver it. Yes! Get there! Never had a chance. Never had a chance. Kansas State a first down away from sealing all this up. Rutgers still got 2 timeouts left. They still have a chip, a chair, and a chance. But it's 1st and 10. They need a miracle play. Avery Johnson, don't go out of bounds. There you go, young man. There you go. 2nd and 10. Call that timeout. Okay. All right. Okay. I thought for sure that Greg the Gold was going to make an appearance. Moen Vision. I thought the Greek rifle, I thought it was all going to happen right there. They were going to make a big play. Rutgers was up 34-17 at one point. 34-17. 34-17. 41-29. And they could not win the football game. They could not get it done. 2nd and 10. Kansas State needs another first down to close this up. Joe Jackson, he's got it. No, he doesn't. He goes down. It's 3rd down. Rutgers calls their last time out. Last time out. Nitwit, you had us believing, Greg. You had us. Well, what was the spread in this game? What was the Vegas line? I have no idea what the Vegas line was. Does anybody know? -7 Kansas State, huh? 3rd and 5. Oh my! Okay. Rutgers had the cornerback blitz. The cornerback missed the tackle. Number 7, you were right there. Rutgers, number 7, a cornerback blitz, and he runs himself out of the play. Number 7 was set up to take care of Avery Johnson. Brutal execution. I don't know who number 7 is, but holy smokes. It was the perfect play for number 7 to make the play, but man, my goodness. 540 yards. Good game if you hate defense. That was terrible. Game over. Congratulations to the Kansas State Wildcats. They beat Rutgers 44-41. That's a 9th win for the Kansas State Jayhawks. Oh boy. Whoops. I didn't mean that. Kansas State Wildcats. I don't know. I did not mean to say that. But anyways, I appreciate you all coming on in. Again, I don't know the next time we come on live, sometime tomorrow. So please subscribe, and have your notifications turned on. And before you leave, smash that like button, please. Or smash the thumbs down button if you did not like the content. Whatever you do, please smash away. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, from all of us at PATC to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.